Livewire is brought to you by Pristine Productions. Digicel. Get more, love more, live more.
What's up, guys? Yeah, I want to say, how you guys doing? And remember, guys, you can hit me up on YouTube here, which you can access my content here. And you can contact me on the Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, on my website, and you can donate to my Cash App as well. Remember, guys, you can hit me up also on the mixing Pro Soca here. $30 US. You can learn top of the line mixing that Pro Soca. Get that Spotify ready finish mix. Invest, guys, and get my course here. Access on Thinkific.com here. So look me up. Mixing Pro Soca. Link in the description here. And we, of course, want to check out the latest Pro Dancehall, Reggae, Soca, and Afro beat and trap here. You can look up my website here, my.secure.website/Pristine. Let's follow the link in the description, guys, and you get access to my content here. So I want to say greetings, of course, to you all fans out there. I am your mixing engineer, host, Andrew Rayburn here. So we got a special treat here. We're going to talk about Soca patterns here. We're going to talk about the breakdown here, how you get that finish top of the line Marshall Montano Soca Monarch sound. This rhythm here is featuring the artist Monarch Champion here, participant Sleepy Edwards, straight out of New York here. So I'm going to use a little bit of track here when we talk about Soca patterns here. So let's go back into it here. Tune in, guys. So we're gonna break there. So I want to say welcome, of course, guys. We're talking about that Soca patterns here, featuring in the artist Sleepy, straight out of New York here. And it's a little bit of a track. I can't reveal all of the vocals here because it's his track, so I'm just using a little bit of the breakdown. How do we get the drums to sound, how they sound, and that whole thing. And let's get right doing. So Soca patterns breakdown here. So I'm going to go right into my session here. I'm going to break down the elements here of how he put together this track. And of course, what the elements sound like here. So I'm going to go down here, straight down. So if you can see here, we have quite a few tracks here. Now normal this is the amount. Let's see, I got about like 50 tracks here, and I mixed this entire track for him. Of course it's going to be on the platforms, of course. And normally I would get tracks, maybe about 30, maybe about 40 tracks. I might say, Ray, why does the artist have so many tracks? Well, we're going to break down today the different elements of the carnival style of rhythm here, and why these artists from different parts of the islands, St. Lucia, Antigua, Grenada, have the different cultural soca here. So so let's see what's in the bag of tricks here. So we're gonna start off with the rhythm section here, and I'm gonna show you what I did to treat this track here. So let me go ahead and see what we got to work with here. So we have some brass here. That part kind of reminded me of that Ashanti track that she did with Marshall Montano, The Road. That's when I heard that. So I went ahead and added a little bit of reverb to that. let's get into some of the rhythm section here. Now, you want a kind of road march carnival kind of vibe there, so you hear that like that brass section giving it like that truck horn kind of move there. Let's see how we got it there. So I'm gonna restart again here. I'm gonna go straight into the rhythm section here. As you can hear, you might hear like, man, there's like 100 sounds in there. Not necessarily. There's different percussive sounds. What you call the conch shell, the iron. So we're gonna get to that. Let me see if I can find the pulse here. So I'm gonna start off with the kick here. So here we go with the kick here. So I have this for like the pre-intro here, and it's gonna speed up here. Notice the flow of the kick and the hi-hats is changing here. The hi-hats is slightly going behind, like, you know, the like a little bit of answer back kind of a feel there. That's the pulse you want to start these kind of carnival tracks here with. If I bring back the intro part a little bit here, the hi-hats is going, it's staying on that 1 bar beat there, then it goes on that off time there. So that is what that's what's going on with the toms there. I'm not gonna get too much on the mixing side, but I'm boosting a buttload of low end here on this tom. I wanted the tom to sound tight. This is the stems coming out of these islands here. So when these artists send me these tracks, they want me to give them that big buff sound. So I'm buffing out this tom here. I'm adding a lot of low end on that kick drum there. You know, I'm adding about 3 dB of 40 hertz. Add a little bit of definition on the. Let's see what frequency I'm boosting here. The blue one is 475. Actually, give me a little more weight on that kick, because we want soca to be punchy. So we have the hats coming in there. And I'm gonna bring in that percussive sound there. Let's hear that wood by itself. Da, 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 da. So take note, guys. This is the carnival, you know, soca kind of sound from these different islands here. This is particularly Sleepy, the Monarch participant, well, veteran champion here. His production here. I just mixed this thing. I didn't create this, so this is slightly different from how I do it from a different island style. But I like what he's doing with the wood knock here. I'm bringing the kick here. I'm gonna bring out another percussion here. And when you hook up with these different artists from these islands that knows their stuff, you can learn a lot from a soca culture here. So there's another percussion there. Now I'm going to go down to the rim shot. Let's see what the rim shot is playing by itself here. Bring in the kick. Bring in the hi-hats here. Now when you hear these kind of sounds together, they might sound like it's too much, but you can see each one of them play a major role with each other. So that's how they come together and create one groovy soca sound here. So I'm bringing two percussions here. I'm gonna go down to the snare drum here. Let's see what Sleepy did with his track here. Shaker. And then we have a ride here. Let's bring that in. Now I'm treating all this drum in a one bus here. I want to control the entire submix of the drums here. And you can hear that energy. Something's ready to jump off. Let's bring in the other snare here. Now, even if I were to leave it like how it is here, it's already a solid carnival. I'm seeing here that he's adding a second snare under that rim shot there. I'm going down the list here now. It's about 50 tracks, but I'm trying to cut everything in half here so you can understand the cultural movement behind soca and these sounds coming from these islands here. So I got that roll happening there. Let's bring in timpani. There you saw to hear that soca really starts to take shape there. Now let's go into some of the other sound here. Here's another fill here. Now let's see what's the main pulse of the track here. Let's see what we got here. We have the brass section here. Let's play that. Now I wanted that horn section to have a big reverb on the plate. Without the reverb, I'm gonna add that back in. Again, that big truck kind of sound, that Byron Lee kind of plays the truck on the road sound. Now let me freeze some of these percussion here. I'm gonna go go straight to the drums here so you can get a little bit of feel of these melodic sounds here. A little bit of that percussion sound, that conch shell I was telling you about. So basically all these pluck sounds is playing here. If I can mute some of the drums here. That's what it's playing there, and then we have the synth here. Bring it back in. Let's add a little bit more reverb to that conch shell sound. And And of course, we want to make sure we have that bass underlined. Now, a helpful tip, guys, when it comes to mixing a bass here, I wanted a solid, you know, this is carnival music here. So look out for this one here on the platform from Sleepy Edwards, straight out of Antigua. And if you check on the screen here, I'm using a little bit of R bass here. If I take off the insert here, the bass is flat. I'm taking out a little bit of the mid-range there at about 500 here. I'm gonna add some definition with the LNS here, and then I'm gonna top it off with the R bass. That's what we want. We want that thick sound for this carnival music here. I'm gonna come back in with these synths. Now let's bring back in that kick drum. And rim shots. Now, for soca music here, so what I'm doing with some of these percussions here, I'm pulling a little bit of these percussions back, but to complement each other, so it's not getting in the way of the singer or the main pulse of the drums, which is the horn section, the conch shell, and the tom. So you want what you call ear candy by taking little parts of these percussion and bringing it down a little bit. Different artists and producers may say they want to hear more of the iron or the more of the timpani. And some of them don't really care, just get the drums popping with the vocals. So you got to be conscious of the artists and the producers' needs. Now, producers have sent me their work for me to mix, and vice versa. Artists have sent me their work for me to mix. So sometimes I got to deal with the artists. Sometimes I got to deal with the producers. I'm a producer myself. So, yeah, you want to make sure it's a nice balance. And it might sound like a million sounds, but each of these sounds are doing small little things, and they're working together to create one sound. And that's pretty much the pulse of the track right there. Even if you don't have a big synth, that's what the artists and producers want to hear. They want to hear these sounds coming together. They want to get that road march feel. They want to get that big sound. So we're going to recap here. So of course we started off with the kick, which is the pulse, of course, in carnival music. Now this track is running 100 and I believe it's 155 if I'm not mistaken here. About that. And of course we have we want to get that hi-hats little off time thing going there to get that carnival sound. And then we got the toms. If you don't know anything about soca music or are not sure where to follow, stick to these simple little elements right here. The kick, the hats, the toms, the rim shot. Now even with just these 1, 2, 3, 4 elements here and the bass here, I would still have an authentic carnival music here. I'm going to bring in the brass here. Play back again. Now it still sounds full, minus the extra shakers and a couple snares in the roll and timpani. So I'm just showing you the main guts to create these carnival road march kind of sound. I'm gonna bring in the rest here. Here we go. Bring in the pad here. Shout out to Sleepy Edwards, by the way, up in New York. Big up yourself. So I'm gonna stop there, guys. This has been let me know if you want to get more content like this. It's been a nice video here. I'm gonna catch you guys on the next one.